So, hello everyone, welcome to Exampur. I hope you are doing well. So, please do join the session and please do share the session. Yes, am I audible and visible? Please do let me know. Am I audible and visible? Yes. Good evening, Ajad Singh Rathod. Yes, I think Ajad Singh Rathod. I hope you already joined in last sessions. Yes, good evening, Ajad Singh Rathod. Yes. So I hope I'm audible as well as visible. Dimpy Kumar, very good evening. Yes. So first of all, I will dealing with the topics which I left in the last week regarding the blue green infrastructure. And next topic was I think ONDC. ONDC. Yes, Silky Soumya, very good evening. So ONDCs and blue-green infrastructure. These two topics, I think I left some conclusion part, or we can say the way forward part. So first of all, I will deal with those part which I left in the last week of the editorial classes. After that, I will deal with the new topic. Okay. So fine. Vivek, very good evening. Yes. So first I will deal with the topic of blue-green infrastructure and especially the way forward part, because last 3 to 4 classes just I was discussing that this time I will complete, this time I will complete, but finally today is the day I'm going to deal with that part. Okay, so the editorial analysis. Okay, so the first blue green infrastructure. Okay, the way forward part. First I will be dealing with the way forward part. Okay, now yes, Aditi Raj, very good afternoon. Farida Khatun, very good afternoon. Yes, only way forward is left. Way forward of the topic of the ONDCs and the blue-green infrastructure. Okay. So Aditi, is it your first class of the English version? So I think you are able to understand. I think understand what I am talking about. So if you have any problem, please do let me know. If you facing any problem regarding the delivery of lecture. Okay, so yes, we have already dealt the what are the challenges which is associated with the blue green infrastructure. Next I will deal, or we can say discuss about what are the way forward regarding this topic. Okay, so first and the important way forward which is you can write in this particular dimensions, that is a nature based solution. Nature based solution. Nature based solution, what is this means? Nature based solution. Okay, so what is a nature based solution? Okay, let's say, let's take an example. Suppose I have a we can say, suppose let's say I have to construct a road. Okay, or we have to construct a building. So when we implement those aspects which is basically promote the green infrastructure, or those basically which is the basic, we can say, the reason behind the decreasing temperature, or otherwise we can say the uh, overall we can want to decrease the climate change or reduce the climate change. Okay, so let's say example of road, highway, buildings, etc. These are the examples which basically we can say, if we construct the road, highways, or we can say the buildings on the basis of blue green infrastructure, or we can say on the nature based means basically when we talk about the nature based, that is we have to just, let's say, an example of the afforestation type. Means we can say we do not replace or we do not deforest the forest areas, we do not deplantations. Actually we can say the more greeneries are there, so we can say the nature based solution. Okay, so I think this point is clear to all. Okay, next point, first thing, but is there any we can say uh, schemes, policies, or steps from the government side? Yes, there are some schemes, there are some provisions, there are some policies are there. For example, we have a smart cities mission, smart cities mission, which lies on the basis of the nature based solution. Okay, smart cities mission. Next is Amrut. What is the full form of Amrut? The full form of Amrut is the Atal Mission for Rejuvenation and Urban Transformations. But you have to only remember about Amrut. Okay, don't go through the full form, because if you write only Amrut in your mains paper, that is sufficient. Okay, so these are two examples which is basically based on the nature. Okay, next we have a second point that is a very important, that is a bottom up approach. What is bottom up approach? First I will write, after that I will bottom up approach. Okay, so suppose the some stakeholders are there. Okay, some stakeholders are there, some and some decisions which is taken by the some stakeholders or some group of the some person of the groups. Okay, so what happens that if the decision making power only concentrated in the limited person, that means we can say that is a decentralized. Okay, first thing. But what is bottom up? Suppose, let's take an example of bottom up approach. Suppose a body is here, okay, and there is a B is here, C is here. One policy which I have to implement in the region of A, in the region of B, and in the region of C, but the policy formulated only from the A part, okay, and those policies also implement in the C region and the B region. That means the policies formulated from the A portions means top, okay, and those policies which is implemented in the bottom up, or we can say the bottom region. When the policies formulated in the bottom region and those policies implement in the top region, that means we can say there is a good afternoon dental work. Bilingual class का ऊपर खत्म हो गया. Bilingual class is also running. If you want to continue your class, then in the Hindi medium I am taking class of the magazine analysis, but very soon the changes will be happen in this channel. So for few days or for few days you can continue your class with me. If you face if you facing any problem, then sometime you have to tolerate. And after that I will be uh, taking an lecture in Hindi medium as well. So in English medium, last 3 to 4, I think last, I understand English classes, no issues. Okay, thank you so much. So let's continue. So any schemes, policies which is formulated in the bottom up region or the bottom region and implemented in the bottom up as well as the top region, that means we can say bottom up approach. Or suppose we can say the policy which is formulated in the A region, okay, from A side, and those policies which is basically on the basis of the bottom region, means we have to keep in mind that is something is policies and something are provisions regarding these policies. When we keep in mind those things, those aspects or those concerns which is basically facing in the B and C region, that also means that is we are adopting the bottom up approach. Okay, so it doesn't means the laws or rules or regulation which is only and only formulated in the bottom region. It also means that when we formulate any laws region or laws regulations which is from the top region but on the basis of the bottom region, means the concerns regarding the bottom regions, the problems, the challenges regarding the bottom region, that means we can say these are the bottom up approach. Is it available on Play Store? Dental World, I am not getting your comment. Please be clear. So I think this point is clear. Yes. So please do let me confirm that if any doubt regarding this point, please do let me know. Yes. So the first point is nature-based solution, second is bottom-up approach, and the third point is the inclusivity. What is inclusivity? Inclusivity basically means all the stakeholders which is the part of the, we can say, formulation of any laws, regulations, or in simple we can say multi-stakeholders. In simple we can say. Yes. Jai Hind, Aman Singh. Yes, this is clear. Okay. So the first point is nature-based solution, bottom-up approach, and the third one is the inclusivity of stakeholders in terms of making laws, regulations, in terms of, or we can say because the rural areas or the remote areas, which is basically we can say the more and more pollution free areas, we can say in simple terms. So if we include those stakeholders which is basically from the remote areas, that means we can say the success of the blue green infrastructure is more we have to see. Okay, so we can substantiate this point with some examples or some others data regarding. So we have a example of Bengaluru and Madurai. Okay, these are the examples. These are the some place which basically tried to include some other stakeholder which is basically from the remote areas. So these are the some portions. Okay, next, last we have to we have a very important point, that is a integrated B, means we can say blue green infrastructure approach. What is the means of integrated? So let's try to understand. First I will write first integrated blue green infrastructure approach. Okay, so integrated blue green infrastructure approach. So what is that means? What is integrated? What is integrated? Basically I have already dealt about blue green infrastructures. So what is, simply we can say, integrated BGI approach. So when we include this term, means integrated, that means if suppose any constructing activities or any we can say infrastructure building programs, we have to include more and more the ideas, or the we can say the blue green infrastructures. Means simply we can say, the when we use the term integrated, means in simple terms we can say the every aspects we have to just consider with this point. Mridul, very good afternoon. Yes, you are late for 20 minutes. Okay, so integrated basically means that is a in terms of policy making, in terms of construction, in terms of construction policy making, and in terms of implementation. So these are the some point which I tried to substantiate these keywords with these point. Okay, so these are the point. Last point and important point. How many points I have just mentioned? 1 2 3 4. Yes, last point. The last point is fast tracking sustainable development goals. What is that means? Fast tracking sustainable development goals. You have already heard about SDG goals. There are 17 goals are there. But what are the fast tracking SDGs? Fast tracking SDG means sustainable development goals. So basically, what types of SDGs, or which SDGs basically we can say we can fulfill through the BGI, means blue green infrastructure. So first thing, there are 3 to 4 SDG goals, which basically, first of all, what is fast tracking? Fast tracking basically means if we initiated any steps regarding the SDG goals, then we have a target. Basically we have a overall target, that is a 2030. But every activities which is associated with the any types of SDG goals, but blue green infrastructure basically hit the target, hit the SDG goals of SDG goals 6, 14, 15, 13. 6, 14, 15, 13. What is 6, 13, 15, 14? Yes, these are the main point. So sorry, one also. Okay, so SDG 6 and 14 basically deals with the water part. Okay, so simple, you can just write here water. And SDG 15 15, which basically deal with the land part. Okay, land part. And SDG 13, which basically deal with the climate change. SDG, which basically deal with the 13, climate change. Okay, and finally last one is SDG 1, that is a green employment prospects, but you can just left or this one. So SDG 6, 14, 6, 14, 15 and 13, which is basically we can complete or we can move towards these goals through the BGI. Okay, so these are the 5 points which basically these data are very important regarding your mains perspective, because these data you can use if the question is asked from the any topic regarding the regarding we can say deforestation, deforestations, which is basically part of the paper 3, or we can see the any question regarding the land part, water portions. Water means that this SDG 6 and 14, which basically comes from the paper 1 geography part, okay, as well as the paper 3 agriculture part. So you can use these data in the in your mains as a value addition, because this data can fetch you more and more marks. Okay, now I think these points is clear to all. Now yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 points is more than sufficient. If you substantiate these points with some examples, some data or some other facts and figures, then these 5 points is more than sufficient. SDG full form. SDG full form Sustainable Development Goal. Sustainable development goal. Okay, Sustainable Development Goal, and there are 17 goals, and the India has the target to fulfill or to complete the SDG goal by 2030. Yes, so this data you also have to remember for the examination perspective. By 2030 India has a target. Okay, but SDG goal 1, or we can say the hungerness, okay, hunger, or simple the poverty basically since last 5 decades, not 5 decades, I think last 6 decades, we have been trying to eradicate or we can say elevate the poverty, but still this becomes a very big challenge, a big problems for India as well as the world. So now move on the next, that is a ONDC. If any doubt regarding this topic, please do ask from this topic. Okay, if any doubt. Aman, Vivek, Dental, Silky, Mridul, Aditi, if you have any doubt, please do let me know. Clear? Okay. Yes. Now next topic was ONDCs. ONDC. Yes. Only way forward. Yes, it's only way forward, because I had already dealt this topic in the last week, and last week, not last week, I think yes, almost last week, and today is the time. I got the time regarding this. So please explain Bangalore and Madurai case. Yes, Dental, absolutely. Yes. Where is dental? Where is dental? Yes. Where is, yes, basically in the Bangalore and in the Madurai, when the let's take an example. When because in the Bangalore Madurai, all the stakeholders, means we can say all the tribals communities, all the remote areas, all the, we can say, the gram panchayat, okay, in simple terms. So all the stakeholders included to for sorry, for making the laws or regulation regarding the blue green infrastructure. That means basically we can say, if any highways just government try to pass through the uh, remote areas or rural areas, then that time government have to consult the local peoples or the remote areas, which is basically from the or the tribal communities. And after that government comes to the conclusion, yes, I am agree, all the stakeholders are agree, then that time government formulate the laws or implement that same as the in the that portion, that areas, okay. That is it. Guruji, yes, 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 Mridul, no problem. I think Aditi Raj, I think you have no any problem regarding the understanding, because I am using our vocabs or language as simple as possible. So I think you are enjoying. You just thinking about sir is just sir is same as just we can say in the Hindi medium, or we can say just sir is taking class in bilingual. Sir is same as the before, okay. Okay, let's move on the next. ONDC. Next topic was the ONDCs. Basically, we have already dealt in the last topic, and I left the conclusion part or way forward part. So first, I will deal with these portions. One good thing that is, if your English is just like a little bit weak, little bit, then you can learn from here. Just one, means we can say what we call एक तीर दो निशाना. Okay. ONDCs. ONDC. What is the full form of ONDCs? The full form of ONDCs is the Open Network for Digital Commerce. Open Network for Digital Commerce. The way forward part. No? Way forward. First thing, we have already dealt the what are the challenges which is associated with this particular topic, but what will be the way forward. So these are the main concerns, because way forward you basically give the suggestions, or we can say the ideas, or what the government have to do with respect to this topic, okay. So the first point, that is regarding the ONDCs, the problems or challenges. One problems and challenges are the illiteracy, okay, awareness, lack of awareness programs. So first we have to deal with these topics, these points. So I will write here first point, the digital infrastructure. First thing, which types of infrastructures should be there. So such for, let's take an example of, suppose here is the word of infrastructure, that is basically we can say the suppose in India there is a Flipkart, okay, there is Flipkart, there is a Amazon, there is a Myntra, or many more. But suppose the let's take an example of suppose a Flipkart. Take an example Flipkart about. So for the Flipkart, yes. So for the Flipkart, I'm not getting idea about this. So I just make I'm just making a example randomly. Suppose yes. Suppose an example of Flipkart. Okay, Flipkart. So what about this? This is the example. I just try to understand to you. Flipkart are there, and there are some there are delivery boys. There are some customer cares are there. There are some other departments, HR departments, calling departments, redressal departments are there. These are the part of your infrastructure, because this is associated in the digital world. So we can simply call this is a digital infrastructure. Okay, calling teams are there. Suppose there are some data regarding the what are your histories of order, what are your concerns, what are your we can simply say the data regarding anything. Okay, so in simply we can say everything which is associated in this. Again we forward ONDC. Yes, Aman. Yes, Aman Singh. Yes, editorial part. What is your concept और क्वेश्चन उस पे नहीं होगा क्या आज? Yes. First thing, Aman Singh, I just want to make clear. In these sessions, I just deal with. I will in this particular session, I will deal with the current or the burning topic regarding your mains perspective. After that, in the last, I will give you some question or one or two question regarding the my editorial classes. After that, when you just write some questions and we can say just checked from my side, after that I will deal same questions or other questions or other types of questions in Saturday. Okay, but for 5 days I only deal with the theory portions. Ideally I will give you some questions regarding this from the my classes, and you have to write some questions. Okay, Aman Singh, any doubt? Yes, you were not there, Aditi Raj. So only last week. So last week we were dealing some important topics, ONDCs, blue-green infrastructures, and some other topics were also there. But these are the important. So digital infrastructure, which is some we can say the first point. Next point is literacy. We have to increase the literacy rate. Second thing. Next is the awareness campaign. Again, we have to promote or increase the awareness campaign through the, we can say, the social media, through the pamphlets, through the other social medias. So these are the 3 points. Next, I have one examples I have to just write here. Awareness campaign. No. Next point is the yes. There are so many schemes are there. Okay. It's just like a UPI, Unified Payment Interface. Aditi, I would like to suggest to you that please go my previous lectures and gain some insights from the topics, and after that you substantiate or you complete those topics with these lectures. Okay, so awareness campaigns, and the next one is there are so many schemes and policies are there. Okay, so the government try to we can say the term is the there are some schemes are there. So some schemes, so the government try to merge, or uh, we can say in simply, suppose we have an example, let's take an example of Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, sorry, One Dhan Yojana, not Jan, sorry, One Dhan Yojana. So example is Pradhan Mantri One Dhan Yojana. So what is the scheme is all about? So schemes, basically the main objective of the scheme is the tribals peoples, what they have the livelihood, or the remote areas, the peoples which who stays there, what they have a livelihood. Basically these schemes, Pradhan Mantri Wan Dhan Yojana, gives the platform or market of the tribal peoples or the tribal communities, which basically uh, running their livelihood through the forests, through the, we can say, the other remote areas are there. So basically it provide the market, or simply we can say platform for the rural areas, for the rural peoples or the remote areas, or the tribal communities, okay, for the livelihood. So what about this? So awareness campaign basically for the those persons which are not in the mainstreams, which are not included, which are not part of the mainstreams market, because these such kind of schemes which basically helps for the remote areas or remote persons or their rural persons regarding the accessibility of the market. So if ONDCs, if the government try to aware the all the persons, regarding all the persons, especially remote areas or the rural persons, then that time, because this needs of the hours, because or simply we can say, if large part of the, if we just consider large part of the populations which basically belong from the rural areas, remote areas, so the government must have to look into this portions. Okay, so the tribals also includes there. So the third point is this e-name. Yes, e-name. Next is proper grievance redressal mechanism. Proper grievance redressal mechanism. So these are the 4 points. Anything else regarding this? One, I think in the last week when I was dealing with this topic, uh, I just wrote some challenges. One challenge was the payment method. What will be the payment method? Because some e-commerce companies prefer the cash on delivery. Some prefers others debit card, credit card, or UPI based transactions gateways. So the government in this field, the government may try to just the one not means we can say simplify the gateway system, means we can say all the e-commerce companies have options to for the different or various gateways regarding cash on deliveries, regarding UPI systems, UPI, regarding the debit card, credit cards, or any of the options. So last point I just want to make here, that mm, one thing is payment method. Yes, payment method. Having more options. More options. Having more options. I just more options. Options for e-commerce company. For e-commerce companies. Okay. Yes. Citizen charter. Yes, you can also include citizen charter, but we are dealing with the ONDC only. So citizen charter means you basically, if I just try to take your point, then I think your point will be adjust in the awareness and proper grievance, digital payment methods. Yes, your points will be valid, but I just want to merge in some point. So literacies, infrastructure, campaigns, grievance redressal mechanisms. Yes. Accountability of service provider. Citizen charters. Yes, we can also include accountability of service provider. Yes, accountability, transparency. These are the universal keywords. So if you have limited points regarding any topics, you can just use these keywords. So these are the universal keywords regarding the any administrative types of questions regarding any we can say means maximum questions regarding the paper 2, paper 3. We can use the transparency, or especially GS paper 2, or in especially paper 2 governance part. So accountability of service provider, or we can say accountability of the uh, delivery systems. Okay, or simple means we have lots of points, but these are the some specific points which is basically you must write first. After that, if you have a short of points, then you can mention these points. Okay. So citizen charter you can also, yes, citizen charter, I just use this word citizen charter, but I have already taken the session regarding this topic, but only citizen charter is not we can say sufficient in this we can say section of way forward. But citizen charter, here I just want to use one extra word, that is a virtual. You can use digital, or yes, these keywords you can also use. Okay, so these are the keywords, these are the points you just want to make in the way forward section. You just go through. Okay, so now this finally ONDC and finally the ONDC and the BGI, blue green infrastructures, now I can say complete. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please do let me know. Yes, okay. Now the new topic, that is from the, yes, new topic basically from the India's demographic dividend. Yes, I have already taken a way forward. Yes, so now I just start the new topic, but the topic which you have that is demographic dividend. But what is new update regarding this? The new update regarding this, there are some we can say the positive uh, things which comes out from the demographic dividend, and some negative things. But in this sessions, I will be dealing both. Means what are the current context, and what are the, means in simple 4 to 5 words, in simple, what are the challenges, what are the way forward, and some important keywords, some important datas which you can use in your mains examinations. So first I will deal with some key facts regarding the demographic dividend, and these key facts which is very very important. Literally this is very very important for your examinations. This is a value addition for your examination. If you use these key facts or datas in your mains examination, definitely you will get more marks of that particular questions. Okay, so let's start the next topic, that is the topic is regarding the demographic dividend. Demographic dividend. Okay, India's demographic dividend. So Vivek, let me clear. I have already taken this topic in the previous session or not? Yes, clear. So demographic dividend, India's demographic dividend. India's. Okay. Now, first, I will just go through the overview. What, in which way I have to just deal with this topic in this class. So I will first deal with some key facts, or simply before that I will just go through the, yes, because I remembered that these keywords just hitting to my mind. Yes, Sanjeev, you have already taken this topic in previous classes, so don't worry. This time you will get a new point in these sessions. So I'm always try to make my sessions as new as possible. Or content is already updated in version, because content is a king. Content is a king. Yes. So first I will deal with this session, that is what. Okay, what in simple and simple terms, in simple words, in simple words, I will explain this demographic dividend in simple words, in very simple, means in layman terms, in we, or simply you can just consider that is class 4 to 5 class students, when the teachers try to understand any concepts to 4 to 5 class students, I will try to do same. Okay, so don't need to worry about, especially who have a doubt regarding, who have a confusion regarding the English. So I make my language more simple. Okay. Yes, you can do only additions for your previous notes. Yes, definitely, Vivek. So what, after that I will deal with the some key facts, but this time I will replace this key facts with the value addition. Okay, because I just want to write from key additions value addition, because value additions, it's sound good, and we can say value addition words, or value addition keywords. Okay, value addition keywords. Okay, next I will deal with the what are the challenges which is associated in the demographic dividend. But this time I will try to make some new points regarding this topic, so don't worry. And last I will deal with the way forward. Okay. Aditi, are you getting my point? Are you understanding? Till now, if you have any doubt, so please uh, go backward and please repeat the class. Yes. So first I will deal with the what. What is demographic dividend? In simple words, or in simple term, we don't want to go to the bookish language. In simple terms, we can say when the uh, youth, simple we can say youth who can able to work, the youth demographic dividend means the youth who can able to work. If I just use the word youth, that is sufficient for the demographic dividend? No. Those youth which are able to work, or simple we can say workforce, means if we use the word workforce, that means that is also means demographic dividend? No. Workforce, maybe it is maybe women, children, it may be senior citizens, but when we consider the demographic dividend only, that is means yes, Aman Singh, this is a new topic. This is a new topic, and it's my mistake that is in the last week I left some dimension or some section of some topics, so this is from my fault. But now onwards, I will just keep in the mind these things. Okay. So challenges, way forward, validation, what? So what means demographic dividends? That means we can consider youth, young youth persons. Okay, who can able to work. Here I am using the word able, means simple terms we can say the from 18 to the it may be the it may vary the range, but in simple terms we can say the range is between 18 to 45. It may vary. If you prefer any source, it may vary, but don't need to worry about. You just consider that is a youth who can able to work. That is a demographic dividend. First thing. Second thing, who can contribute to the nation building. And youth, I'm talking about youth who can contribute to the nation building, that is also we can consider the demographic dividend. Means youth who are the age group of 18 to 45 and who can able to work, first thing, and who contribute the nation building, for the nation building, that is a demographic dividend. And you must have to write in your examination in your own word, not bookish language. Try to keep away from the bookish language. If you understand any concept, any definition, regarding any definition, that is means you can understanding those concepts and you can write in your own word. But if you're not understanding, that means a very big problem for you. So youth, second thing is contribution for nation building, or simple in keywords I just want to write nation building. Okay, nation building. Okay, if you want to write bookish language, please go through. I don't want to stop you, but please do prefer your own language, because it makes you fetch a more and more marks. Okay, so this is the what. But what about the value additions? So we have some keywords, some data and facts regarding the demographic dividend. Okay, I just want to link this demographic dividend from 1947 to this 2022 latest, because we have no any latest data, but we have a predictions We have prediction regarding the population, we have prediction regarding the future date, we have the prediction regarding the future we can say the growth rate. So let's move forward and try to deal with the next portions. Okay, so in short, I have dealt this topic, this point. Okay, next, for value addition, for value addition, value addition. Okay, Kiryu, are you there? One data that is a very important, very important regarding the urbanization topic, if you the UPSC asking regarding the population, regarding the energy consumption, regarding pollution, regarding anything, if you sorry, if you use the word if you use the point regarding the population, then you can use this data frequently. Okay, so I have a very important data regarding the recent data. There is a UN World Population Prospects, UN World Population Prospects 2022. If you are writing this data, please underline or please mark, please circle, please anything, just you want to just highlight this data. This World Population Prospect, UN World Population Prospects, according to the population of India is about 140 crore. This is not enough, but another the predictions which is basically published by this UN World Population Prospects. Another point is, this is one point. Okay, another point is, by 2023 India can surpass the China, means in terms of population, means simply we can say India can beat the Chinese populations by 2023. Means India's population predictions was, according to this report, the 150 crore. This data is very important. According to this, we have this population's number, and according to this report, we have a capacity to surpass the China's populations by 2023. Mean next 1 year, we will surpass the China's in terms of population. So it is first thing, if India has a demographic dividend, there is some, we can say, the positive, there is a significance regarding this, or we can say advantage, but there is another side, there is a negative impact. So we will be dealing those portions, those dimension also, what will be the significance and what will be the negative impact. Okay, yes, so this is the fee point. Now if you just try to make in terms of percentage, then India's contribution to the world population, is 17.5% of world population. Okay, this three data is very important from the UN World Population Prospect 2022. Okay, so this so please note down this data. One thing that is in 1947, but yes, this is completed, but another data, if we talk about the 1947s, the population was 34 crore, but now according to this report we have 140 crore, means almost 4 times, okay, almost 4 times than the population of 1947 in 1947. So this is something. Now some predictions are there. So according to the predictions, by 2050 there are some predictions regarding India. 2050, okay, 2050, by 2050 there are some projections or predictions regarding this 166 crore. You can use this data in your mains according to suitability. So these are the some data. After that we have more data regarding this. Some positive datas are there. If India has right now 140 crore populations, the total fertility rate, what is fertility rate I will be dealing with, but total fertility rate which goes decreasing or which goes declining. So what are the reason behind this I will be dealing with also. But next we have a data that is a total fertility rate. Total fertility rate, just you mention this goes decline, okay, goes decline, that is sufficient. Now what is fertility rate and what are the data regarding this? So some data you can just use or just mention here. That is if we just talk about the 1950s, means if we use the term 1950s, means 1941 to 50s. So in the 1950s the total fertility rate is 6, means every woman have a 6 child, okay. But what is the condition right now? The condition in 2022, right now the condition is 2.1 fertility rate, means every woman has a 2.1. Now you again might be raise the question about, sir, what is about the 0.1? Means this is the average number, means you can also consider 2, okay, 2 means every woman have a 2 child, okay. So in the 1950s, this data is very important for your means. For the 1950s, 6 for the total fertility rate is 6, means every woman has a 6 child, ठीक है. But 2022 2.1%, or we can say 2.1 is the total fertility rate, means children, means 2.1 children per woman, 2.1 children per woman, okay, fine. So but some states performing, today's class is for 2 hours, so 3 to 5. So every day class will be conducting for 2 hours, okay, 3 to 5, okay. So yes, so some states which are performing very less in terms of total fertility rate, that means we can say the, for example, Bihar, Jharkhand, UP and some other northeastern states are the Manipur and Meghalaya. These are the states which are performing very bad in terms of total fertility rate, because average we have some data regarding this 2.1. But if we go through the specifically the states wise, then some states performing very bad and some states performing very good. For these, but for performing very bad, you have to just write here, because this data you can also use in your mains examinations. In short, I just want to write Jharkhand GH, Bihar B, UP, Meghalaya MEG, okay, Meghalaya, and the next one is, last one is Manipur. Bad perform. Okay, so that's it. Yes, any doubt regarding this? Any doubt regarding this value addition key facts? If you have any doubt regarding this, please do let me know. Yes, clear. There are more other datas are there, but more datas is doesn't means that you just in the examination hall you recall all the datas and facts. If you have a less data, not less data, you have a moderate datas. Moderate means 2.1, that is average data of all the states and UTs. All the states and UTs. Okay. Yes, all clear. Now, if any data, these are sufficient. Because UPSC, I'm always and repeatedly say one thing in my couple of classes, that you have to use data like a salt, okay, because salt is very very important for your any dish, or we can say any things. Limited salt, or we can say use the term sufficient salt, that is very very important. If you use less salt, that is also may create some issues. If you use more salt, that may also create problems for you. So you use the data as we can say the demand of the questions, or we can say the what was the beauty of the use of the data in this particular questions. So don't be excess or don't be absolute. Okay. Now you can ask the question, sir. You can use sugar also. Yes. Now move on the next, that is a challenges part. Okay. Challenges part. Yes, clear. So okay, there are so many challenges regarding the demographic dividend. I think if without saying or without writing anything, I think you have a lots of point regarding the what are the challenges of demographic dividend. First thing, the youth. I just want to explain something regarding this. The youth, which is a pillar of the, we can say, which is a pillar to make the nation successful or make the nation grow. So if youth is channelized in wrong direction, that means we cannot rip out the all the capacity and potential of the youth, what the nation needs. If we channelize the youth in right direction, that means we can use as a human resource. Okay, so first thing. Next thing, the demographic dividend, and this is a very important challenge, because this time the youth is channelized in the wrong directions. They are, for example, lots of time spent in the social medias, lots of time spent in the Khelo Rami. When I was coming to the office in the metro, then I think one or two guys are there, and they were playing Khelo Rami. Okay, Khelo Rami and Jito Paisa. Play Rami and win prize. Okay, so first thing, this is the problem. Second thing, let me first explain all the challenges, then I will write. Okay, next challenge, and if you have any challenge regarding the demographic dividend, please do comment on the comment section. So next challenge is that is a government not providing enough infrastructure. That is very common point. Okay, next thing, the merit persons, like some persons which is who interested in the sports, and those persons are not getting any facilities or any help from the government side. That is also a big problem. Okay, means in this way government cannot channelize the youth in the right direction. So you have to invest more and more in your demographic dividend. Less number of employments are there. Less numbers of employments. And the next is the scaling problem. Every person's or scaling of quality education, simply we can say. I mean to say, just if you just try to find out some data regarding the how many candidates who graduated from the we can say simply the 1 year, you find lots. Okay, but how many students or how many candidates having great skills or quality or got the quality educations? Very less. So this is the very big reason behind the unemployment. If the candidate have not the proper skilling, have not got the good quality educations, that is a very big problem for demographic dividend. There are so many issues are there. Okay, these are the issues which just means we can say, if you also have these points. Okay, so but in these challenges portions, I just try to mention some keywords or some points. If you make some notes in this from this sessions, then please make your notes as short, as crisp, as we can say means as more simple, we can say. So these are the some problems, but I would just like to write here, they have extremist like character. Means yes, means you just want to say that the youth are channelized in the wrong directions. They are divided in two groups. In simple, the left partist group or the right party group. Means all the persons which is basically divided in the on the basis of politics, on the basis of political party, on the basis of religion, on the basis of caste, on the basis of other reason. So means simply we can say all the persons. One more thing, means, or I can't stop myself without telling. So one more thing, that is the youth and the young persons which are not able to focus anything, or simply we can say study, or simply we can say their jobs, their professions, or anything that is a part of their life. So this is a very important, clear, sir. Yes. So this is very important. Why? First thing, I think we have already used the TikTok application. Okay, now this time is banned, but you have already used the TikTok applications or other TikTok like applications. This is the main reason, or this is the main source who distract your attention, who distract your, or who distract your concentration power, or you are not able to attention, or you are not able to do focus on something, because suppose that focus demands more time. Means if you have a power glass, just you heard about the example of the power glass, sun, the reflection of the sunlight just reflect on the paper, burn out. So you have heard about this example. If suppose the focus of the sunlight is frequently change frequently change in within the second, then that time, is it possible to burn out the paper? No possible. So if you just want to focus anything, nothing is impossible. Means you have heard about lots of things. Just, sir, I have no focus, attention, no, I have no concentration power. But if you try to make yourself as attentive, or we can say do more focus on one thing, but focus demands time. Focus demands your precious time. If you do focus something on anything, study any things, answer writing, prelims, solving papers, then you are able to get, or able to do more focus after some time period. This is the main problem. Suppose we have a mobile phone, okay, and I have a TikTok like applications, and within 6 seconds I just roll out such a kind of a entertainment video. Okay, roll out sports videos, roll out. Means this is a very good source to distract your focus, to uh, to destroy your concentration power. If you don't believe, please just if you are using this such kind of things, please uh, stop this kind of activities and focus on something. So let's say study for 1 hour. This 1 hour you just forget all of these things, all of distractions, and do focus only for 1 hour. This means, I think I am just going towards philosophical. So these are challenges basically. Okay, so let's write something. I don't want to become a philosophical. Okay, because this is a very important challenges for, as well as for persons as an individual, as well as society, as well as nation as a whole. Okay, so challenges, we have a first challenges. Now you're asking, sir, please continue. I am enjoying. मैं नीट बजाती हूँ. Okay. Yes. Means if you have a lots of data, means you can use TikTok. No. Aditi Raj, if you have a lots of data, if you have a lots of data regarding, if you have a Wi-Fi, then you can use TikTok. Is it? Means data's is data come between the you and the TikTok. Okay. So what are the challenges? So first thing, the challenges which in terms of labor force, that is a no equalities are there. I will just write the first labor force regarding concerns. Labor force, labor force. Okay. What are the challenges with respect to the labor force? So if we're talking about the labor force, so first thing, that is a no equalities, means women and men get different the wages. First thing, means in simple terms, gender gap, gender gap. Okay, first thing, workforce having more challenges. Next is the skilling, skilling. Okay, for labor force only. Next thing, no proper not getting proper job, means suppose one can uh, one try to find the job with their suitable uh, qualification, but they didn't get job with their suitable qualifications because of the market uncertainties, because of the we can say uh, unemployment issues are there. So in short, we can write the uh, unemployment, unemployment. Okay, these are the challenges regarding the labor force. Now one data I just want to mention here, that is a sex ratio, means men and women sex ratio. That is also a very big concern. So I just want to put a data regarding sex ratio. Uh, Still disappointing. Appointing. How? So I just want to take in data. Take in data regarding, if we talk about the 1951, the time is 1951. The sex ratio. Sex ratio means women by men. The ratio of women and men, that is a sex ratio. Okay, in 1951 this sex ratio was 946 to 1000. Okay, 946 to 1000 means 946 females and 1000 is males. Now 2011, the data is 2011 from, so this is 943 by 1000, means we cannot say the very drastic decreasing, but we are just witnessing that is some differences are there, the female numbers which got decreasing. Yes, now some predictions are there, that is in 2022, this time there are no any census regarding this, but in 2022 there are some expectations, that is the sex ratio in 2022. This is not data, this is expectations, so I just mention here expectations, that is 950 to 1000. There is basically, yes, there is some decrease, increasing, some increase, but not drastically, but means we cannot say, because in 1951 we have 946. If we just compare from 1951 datas, then we got only 4 number from female side. This is a very big concern in terms of gender inequalities. Okay, so gender inequalities are there, and this is a very big reason. Okay, so this is a data regarding this. Please do note down of these data. Yes, Mridul, I but you can use this data in your, because here is mentioning about 6 ratios, so I just mentioned this. Okay, you can also use this data. UPSC is, in simple terms, we can say interconnectivity. Means if you relate GS paper 1, GS paper 2, GS paper 3 with each other, that is, there's some connections are there. So always, if you study, if you remember anything, please do connection with some topics or correlate with some topics. Then you can easily remember all the facts, figures, and all the GS paper 1, 2, 3s, the experience of the knowledge of the paper 1, 2, 3, you can use in GS paper 4 as well as in essay. So everything is have a correlations or connectivities. Okay, so these are the 2 points. Next point. Tomorrow I will be dealing the 2 topics, editorial topics, and the 2 topics which is basically new topics will be. So today's I have a very big burden regarding the left topics, left sections, not topics. Yes. Next is hunger. If you only write hunger, that means you just substantiate your point with some data regarding hunger. So you can just write the global hunger index. India stands 101 out of 116 nations. So this data is very, very important. If you 101 out of 116 nations, the global hunger index. This data you can use in the if you use hunger point any dimensions, then you can use this data as well. Okay. India has a lots of schemes. For example, midday meal schemes, PDS systems are there. Despite this, we are facing a lots of problems regarding the hungerness. And SDG goal 1, that is a zero hunger. So this SDG goal, basically we have to eradicate the hunger by 2030, but there are lots of challenges associated with this hunger, because the modern terms we can use, the modern terms, that is a multi-hungerness index. There are also, so multi-hunger means there are lack of nutritionals, there are lack of nutritions, there are lack of the proper food intakes as well. So these are the other issues. Okay, now next thing, that is a health burden. Next is a health disease burden. Health disease burden. Health disease burden, that is another very basic or very big challenge for the demographic dividend, because we have completed the 75 years, and recently we have been celebrated the 75 years of independence, but still we are facing a very great challenges regarding the health issues or health burden. If we talking about the initial phase of the independent India, that is 1947 or 50s. So in that time we uh, have a more of the communicable disease. Communicable disease means that is basically spread, that is viral disease spread through the uh, contact, physical contact. That is a which kind of disease is a communicable disease. So communicable disease are there, but this time there is a approx 62%, approx 62% the people suffer from the non communicable disease. So you can use this data in this point, that is a 1947 there is a more communicable disease, communicable disease, but right now 2022 this time there is a more non-communicable disease, means NCD, non-communicable disease. What is NCD? NCD means that is, for example, obesity, means which cannot spread through the physical contact. Okay, so obesity, diabetes, these are example of NCD, non-communicable disease. So approx 62% deaths, means suppose India has a total 100 deaths in 1 year. So 62% deaths means 62% death which is solely responsible for the NCD, means non-communicable disease death. Okay, so this data may be very important in these sessions. I just have been trying to keep my sessions more balanced in terms of concept and the data. And this data basically you just note down, because one thing, you have a lots of data. If you search Google regarding any women topics, you have a lots of data, lots of points you got, but what you have to recall in your examinations, that is very important. If you not able to recall the facts, figures, points in the examination hall, everything is waste, everything is waste. So huge point, if suppose you are if you have a women, or we can say another issue, a topic is agriculture. In the agricultures we are already some datas regarding agricultures, some concerns, some challenges, some way forward regarding this, then you are able to recall in the examination hall. If you read or study something and you are not able to recall this, that is totally waste of time. Okay, are you getting my point? Are you understanding? Yes, I think you are understanding. So these are the next point. Now come to the next point. Next is quality education. Quality educations. You can substantiate this point with some data. Right now I have no any proper data regarding, but if you have not any proper data, you are not able to recall something data, just skip it and move forward. Yes, so quality educations, which is also very important point, but in the quality educations you can just mention one thing. What there is regarding the lack of teachers, training, skilling, digital advancement, lack of digital advancement. You can also write this point also. So in the quality educations you can substantiate. If you are not able to recall any data, you can put the reasons, you can put the some other data with this point. That is also a very good idea. So I just write something, because you have a lots of point, I have a lots of point, and if I just write all the points, then you can call me sir, you are distracting from Guruji chat spam. Yes, chat spam. they are very smart because they do not write anything, but they make a profile with a very yes. Just do block from your side, because from my side I just did this, but the name is display in your screen because they make profile from such kind of name. So don't worry, just avoid it. So these are the some point. These are the some point regarding the challenges. You already have a lots of point in the previous session regarding this topic. So if you if find some point repetitive, just skip it, and some data regarding the, if you think just this is a new data and you think this have to update, please update it. Okay, next move on the next point, that is way forward. Okay, way forward. Way forward is very very simple, because if you know that there is a challenges with this is challenges, then you already know about that. This, yes, I can use these steps, I can make these steps regarding this, then you have already a solutions. But apart from this, I just do mention something different. You have already a data regarding this, but some points which you can just make in these questions. One thing that is for demographic dividend, we consider the some particular age group. Okay, but we can also use the, or we can also channelize, or we can also not channelize, we can also rip out means uh, take advantage from those particular groups. That is something. So rip out the some advantage, or rip out the some elderly persons group, means from 45 to above. Why? Because these persons can do work from home, these persons can also contribute for the economy, these person also contribute for the nation building, this person also contribute for advice to others. So we can say we can also channelize, or we can also use or focus on elderly populations, focus on elderly person as well. Okay, so this is the first point. I think this point is different as compared to previous. Okay, so how you focus on elderly populations? So you can need proper infrastructure for learning and earning hand to hand. Yes, you can use this point. Yes, means build infrastructure for the youth, young, and help do facilitate for meritorious person. Lots of points are there. Okay, lots of points are there. Okay, so I just put one data regarding this. The, but this data is not useful so much. Focus on elderly for persons as well, but in terms of socially, in terms of politically, in terms of medically, in terms of many more. You can just try it here. But the next point I just want to make, that is skilling. Skilling is a problem, but government try to Pradhan Mantri Kausal Vikas Yojana. Yes, na? Pradhan Mantri Kausal Vikas Yojana are there. So skillings, there's existing policies, schemes are there, but you have to do more and more, means more needs to be done in this respect. More skilling programs needs to be start from the government side as well as the community as well as the NGOs. So skilling up, this is a very good way forward. Next is the infrastructure, the quality educations, or we can say simple, we can say education, and education in terms of quality, education in terms of accessibility, means everyone can accessibility access this educations. And one thing, local language must include the with the educations. These are the another point. Yes. Next point, infrastructure. If you do not have a proper infrastructure, that is means which is basically waste of the money, waste of the fund, waste of the everything that is government initiated. So the infrastructure which is basically needs to be done from the government side. Okay, now we have a more point, that is regarding the next point is bridging the gender gap in the workforce. What is so bridging the gender gap? You already know about the gender gap inequalities are there, and in the last slide you have already seen about the sex ratio. Today's in this time, or we can say 2022, we have a 950 by 1000 sex ratio. So this is also a very big concern as well as a big problem from the government side as well as for the society. So we need to sort out or bridge the gap between the gender inequalities. So next point, we just want to make the better living standard. You know that Article 21 basically deals about the right to life and dignities. Okay, but right to life doesn't means just come here in the world and just eating, fooding, sleeping and just go die. It doesn't means that is just Article 21 talks about. According to Menka Gandhi case, the right to life, which is basically deals with the right of choice, and right of choice that is basically comes, which is basically includes the right of marriage, the right of food, the right of anything, but you have to restrict this Article 21, that is from, we can say, the you cannot harm anyone. You cannot undermine the integrity, prosperity of the nations. You do not have the right to violate the sovereignty. So you have to just keep in mind, and you can use your Article 21. So better life standard, the Article 21 of fundamental rights, and the DPSPs, Directive Principle of State Policies, which basically talks about the living standard or better living standards. So if you just write down this point, you must mention the Article 21 and DPSPs article. Okay, and substantiate your point. Okay, so these are the some point. Okay, there are so many points. I think Mridul, Vivek, Aman Singh, Ankit, Aditi's, all these are those candidates who has been taking class of this editorial class from last 4 to 5 to 6 months. Okay, and I think you have lots of data points regarding any topic. So don't worry, just revise the topics, revise the content, revise the points what you just making in your notes, and that's it. So these are the uh, points regarding this, and what I just want to explain or understand to you. Okay, so if you have any doubt, please do let me know. If you have any doubt, please do let me know. Yes sir, I have a doubt. Need good parenting. Yes, need good parenting. This is also important and very important points. Yes. And one question from my side. Okay, are you, means we can say, means have you noticed anything in today's class? Have you noticed anything in today's class? If you noticed anything in today's class, anything that is you feel that something is different. If you are not able to find something that different, don't worry. Tomorrow class I will share this thing. But before that, you just engage your mind in what is the different things in today's class. So yes, tomorrow I will deal with the two topics of the editorials, two topics comprehensively, and I will bring some datas. Okay, I will some datas regarding, not more than means few datas, because few datas is important, not more than, because you don't to become a data collector, you want to become a district collector. So don't go to the data collector, become the data collector. Okay, so I think yes, no, it's clear. Okay, thank you so much. So again, so let's see you in the next class. So thank you so much, Midul, Vivek, Ankit, Aditi, Aman Singh, and those persons who are the hidden we can say hidden candidates, hidden aspirants, and don't want to show her name in the class. Okay. No, sir, I didn't get. Okay, no problem. Tomorrow I will definitely, in the starting of the session, I will first share what was the one different things. Okay. So thank you so much, Aditi, Aman Singh. Thank you so much, Vivek. Okay, see you again in the next class.